Big Z Reviews. Cats is a nightmare-inducing film that is based on a Broadway musical, and someone gave this director, Tom Hooper, $100 million to make this. And whew, that was a losing bet that they made on this film. But, I kind of was looking forward to it because, Screen Junkies and fandom, they're doing this thing, like they break down the box office every Monday, and along with that, they've been doing the Meowdown, and they've been, talking about characters from the Cats and counting down to the release of the film. So after Christmas, my brother and I decided to go watch this movie in theaters, and that was an interesting experience. I knew that, going into how would they adapt it? You have to try to adapt the film, the musical somehow, because the musical is essentially just a bunch of cats introducing themselves and, singing about their name. And this one, you think that the only way to do it is they do this whole thing where, they have all the cats still singing, doing their thing, but they have McCavity. They have him going around disappearing everybody. McCavity, ineffable, meow. And each time he teleports and kidnaps the person that just sang, so that he can win the prize to go to the Heaviside Layer and be reincarnated. Although I think what's actually happening is go until they get to the atmosphere and then the balloon explodes and they crash down to Earth and die. But it's just that I try to think of how they would have sold this film. I think that, the guy said, okay, we're going to do Cats, but it's going to be all digital. It's going to look so amazing. And then they said, I like this spin on it. We're going to have all digital Cats. That's awesome. So then they went to it, and then they, at some point, they must have realized, what have we done? There's no saving this. It looks like shit. And I heard that, before the premiere, hours ahead of the premiere, they were doing the final cut of it. And that they were still, in one of the premieres, or one of the showings for critics, there was still, a shot of green screen in the film. And even watching it, they released an update. I'm not sure if I saw the updated version or not, but, you can see so many times that, the faces felt like they were floating, and they weren't connected to anything. And, they would do things like the hands. The hands would go in and out and, looking like they were kind of painted, but then they would look like straight human hands. And there's, stuff that's... And it's so funny that the whole idea of having dancers is to show, the beauty of the human body and what it can do. But then if you completely digitally replace it, it's just... It kind of erases, your mind says, that's not real. When, I assume that they must be doing real dances. And this makes me want to see the version of the film without any CGI, of them in their the suit, the track suit thing, so they could track them and throw on digital fur later. It's weird because so many shots are just not finished, or they don't look right. And they just looks bad. I don't see why. You could have saved $70 million at least, and just had them wear wear a cat costume. And maybe if you wanted so much to have a digital tail and digital ears, you could have still done the digital ears, but you didn't have to draw in every little bit of fur that just makes it look fake. And it's funny though. The movie starts out, you have this Francesca Hayward is the viewer character, and she's thrown out a vehicle in a bag, and all the cats come we're Jellicle cats, we're Jellicle cats, we're Jellicle cats, Jellicle cats. What's a Jellicle cat? Jellicle cats are black and white. They're Jellicle cats, Jellicle cats, Jellicle cats. And what is a Jellicle cat? And they never explain it, and it's just so weird. I don't know that those original songs, but you could have done more to try to adapt it. But Francesca Hayward, she's she had the best face of all of them. I think they spent the most time on her face, and it's she's she's fine, and her ballerina stuff is good, I think. But I mean, it's digitally replaced, so who knows? But it's kind of sad. Like the only original song they give to her, but they pair it with Jennifer Hudson as Grisabella singing the one good song in the show, Memory. And you know, Jennifer Hudson is amazing. She's a little over the top for this, but when you match Francesca Howard's voice with Jennifer Hudson, it's not good. Her voice is bad. It's weak. It's kind of flat. It's like, ugh. Like maybe if you did it elsewhere, you wouldn't notice as much. But when you're pairing her with Jennifer Hudson, oh, you're not doing her any favors. Her voice is not good. And but like the weirdest thing about the film is that the first like after you're introduced to Jellicle Cats, the first two big performances is with Rebel Wilson and James Corden. And they are very jokey. And it's at least one of the most entertaining parts of the film, even though it's really, really bad stuff here. But the rest of the film is not jokey. I mean, if you're going to do that, you think you would try to spread them out more or do something else. But, like, Rebel Wilson's the first one. And it's so weird. And so, like she has, like, children, mice that sing, and it's like they're mice with like child's faces, and it's weird. Then they have like cockroaches with human faces, and the CGI for them is so bad. You can tell they like animated one of them, and then they use a computer to replicate them all, and it's just like automatically because it does not look good. And there's also a goofy thing with Rebel Wilson. At one point, she's singing into a really obviously fake tail, and her digital tail is doing a thing back behind her. And I'm like, and it's like, wait, what's that? Was she singing into someone else's fake tail, or did they forget to replace the digital tail? The fake tail with a digital tail, and like, yeah, they did, because later on in the song, you see her singing with her leg between her tail between her legs and singing into her digital tail. So they forgot to replace the tail in the beginning. Oh, it's so bad. And it's so many of the choices they make are so odd. Like, most of the cats are naked. They're just, cats. But then you have some of the cats have like coats, but the coats are like of their own fur. So it's like you think, oh, maybe that's just like the sign they're long fur cats. But no, the Idris Elba takes off his coat, and now it feels like he's naked. And then you have also Jason Derulo. He's towards the beginning. His song is not good, but like it's so sexual and so weird, and also it makes it even weirder because he went to his publicist. Hey, they CGI my dick. They minimized my package. I need to go to everywhere and then complain about my package being minimized in this movie. And it's like, really? Like the publicist must have been like, Jason, are you sure you want to do this? Like, yeah, they made my dick small. I need to come out. I need everyone to know that I hang dong. I have a giant dong, and I need everyone to know it. And it's like, oh okay. And it's like, it's so weird. Like, in the context of it, now with what he does in the movie, too, it makes it even weirder. And it's so odd. Well, it's funny, though. At a certain point, this movie would be fun as a bad movie, but it's boring. Like, the second act, it just gets so boring, and there's songs that don't matter that you could have cut out and had some exposition or something. Because it's funny, this guy and this girl came in like a little bit late to our film, and the old guy had a MAGA hat on, and then at a certain point in the middle of the film, he started snoring. And I was like, oh, you have some loud snoring. I don't blame you, though. But I think the weirdest thing is that probably the worst performance that I didn't understand why they would even keep in. At a certain point, they're like, the train cat is here. And he's like a tap dancing cat. And there's this whole long scene where they transport themselves onto a train. And like, I'm the train cat. I keep the train clean. I eat all the mice. There are no mice on this train. I'm the train cat. I'm the train cat, train cat, train cat, train cat. And it's like, and the whole tap dancing routine was tap dancing on the rails of the track. And it's like, digital tap dancing doesn't mean anything. Like, the whole idea of tap dancing, you do it on the stage where you can hear it and it matters. But in a movie, it's just stupid. And then there's so many things with the Magic Hat, Mr. Mistopheles, and all the songs are just so bad. But it's just, I don't think it was even fun. It's not fun to watch. It's not so bad as fun because it's boring. But it's just not good. I probably give like a 1 out of 10. It's barely a film. Don't bother watching it. Like, maybe when it's at home and you can stream it for free, it's worth a laugh. But stay away from it. Thanks for watching. Each other play from my head and Sky Stream Z over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z movie review. Thanks for watching.